Ever wondered if you truly matter to her, or if you're just another face in the crowd? It can be confusing, even frustrating, when her signals are hard to read. But today, we're cutting through the noise and diving straight into the hidden gestures a woman only shares with someone she genuinely values. By the end of this video, you won't have to second guess where you stand with her. You'll know. Let's break it down. Welcome to Stoic. 1. She opens up about her vulnerabilities. When a woman begins to share her fears, insecurities, or even past struggles with you, it's one of the clearest signs that you're more than just another person passing through her life. Vulnerability doesn't come easily, especially for women who often feel pressured to appear strong and independent. By revealing these deeper parts of herself, she's sending a powerful message. I trust you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Similarly, when she chooses to open up, it's not about seeking solutions, it's about knowing she's safe in your presence. This is where your response matters. True Stoic strength isn't about fixing every problem, it's about being a steady, supportive presence. Remaining calm and understanding when someone entrusts you with their emotions speaks volumes about the kind of man you are. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in career goals, personal ambitions, and the endless hustle. But real connections, deep, meaningful relationships, are what bring true fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Vulnerabilities may seem like obstacles at first, emotions that feel heavy or complicated. But in reality, they are a path forward, an opportunity to strengthen the bond between you. If she's willing to open up to you, she's already decided you're worth it. Now, it's your turn to show her that her trust isn't misplaced. Be the calm in her storm, the steady ground she can rely on. Because in the end, true strength isn't about controlling others, it's about mastering yourself. So, do you want to be a high-value man? If so, comment, "I want," and welcome to the world of men who truly stand out. 2. She shares her dreams and aspirations. When a woman talks about her future dreams, whether it's career goals, travel plans, or personal growth, it's more than just casual conversation. It's an invitation. By sharing her aspirations, she's signaling that she values your presence and wants you to be part of her journey. This isn't something she'd do with just anyone. If you listen closely, you might even notice something subtle but powerful. She may begin shifting her language from I to we when discussing her future. That small change says everything. It means she doesn't just see you as someone temporary, she sees you as someone who could walk alongside her in the life she's building. Stay tuned as we dive even deeper into the hidden ways women reveal their true feelings. Because once you recognize these signs, you'll never have to guess where you stand again. She's thinking about a future with you. Are you paying attention? In a world where so many people are caught up in personal success and individual pursuits, it takes something special for someone to invite you into their long-term vision. A friend of mine once shared a story about a relationship he was in. At first, their conversations were light. Work, hobbies, and the usual day-to-day topics. But one day, she opened up about her dream of starting a business and how she envisioned balancing her career with family life. What really caught his attention was when she said, "We could travel the world together after we build a solid foundation." That one subtle shift, from I to we, changed everything. It was in that moment that he realized she wasn't just thinking about her own future. She was thinking about their future. She was inviting him to be a part of something bigger, a shared vision of life together. This is why the Stoic mindset is so essential for high-value men. It's about being fully present in these moments, recognizing when someone is sharing something meaningful with you, and responding with purpose. It's easy to be so focused on your own ambitions that you miss these signals. But the key to deepening relationships is awareness, learning to spot these subtle cues and engaging with intention. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone was opening the door to something greater, but you didn't realize it until later? It happens, but with the right mindset, you can train yourself to notice these moments in real time. As a high-value man, understanding and appreciating these moments not only strengthens your relationships, but also positions you as a reliable, long-term partner. It's not about rushing into something or making assumptions. It's about being calm, attentive, and engaged. So next time a woman shares her dreams with you, don't just nod along. Ask questions. Show interest. Let her know you see and value her vision. Ask yourself, are you truly paying attention when someone opens up about their future? Or are you too caught up in your own path to notice the invitation being extended to you? The lesson is simple. When a woman includes you in her dreams, it's a sign that you hold a special place in her life. Pay attention, engage meaningfully, and recognize that building a shared future takes time and presence. By doing so, you embody the Stoic approach to life, balancing personal strength with the ability to connect deeply with others. 3. She opens up about her family. When a woman shares details about her family, she's giving you a rare glimpse into the foundation of who she is. This isn't just small talk. It's a window into her world, where trust is everything. Family relationships are complex, often layered with emotions, history, and personal challenges. If she begins to open up about her upbringing, her relationships with her parents or siblings, or even past struggles within her family, it's a powerful sign that she sees you as someone she can truly trust. Think about it. These are not the kinds of things she shares with just anyone. By letting you into this part of her life, she's allowing you to understand not just where she comes from, but why she is the way she is. Stoic wisdom teaches us that trust isn't given lightly. It's earned. When she confides in you about her family, she's offering you something deeply personal. Consider the emotional weight of these conversations. Family dynamics can be messy. She may reveal secrets or struggles she hasn't shared with many people. In these moments, your role isn't to fix or judge, it's to listen. Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." That wisdom applies perfectly here. When she opens up, it's not just about hearing her words, it's about truly understanding her. This is where Stoic composure comes in. Being fully present in the moment, recognizing the depth of what she's sharing, and responding with wisdom, not just words. And if she invites you to family events, that's an even bigger step. It may seem like a casual invitation, but in reality, it's her way of integrating you into her inner circle. Family events aren't just about formality, they're about connection. If she's introducing you to the people who shaped her life, it means she's serious about you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This reminds us to respond to trust with integrity, to be the kind of man who deserves the trust and vulnerability she's showing. So the next time a woman opens up about her family, don't take it lightly. She's offering you a deeper connection, one that only a high-value man will recognize and appreciate. Real relationships are built on understanding, not just emotion. Strong relationships aren't formed through fleeting emotions or quick decisions. They're built on deep reflective understanding, the kind that takes patience, awareness, and a willingness to truly see someone for who they are. When a woman shares details about her family, the good, the bad, and everything in between, she's not just making conversation. She's giving you a glimpse into the foundation of her life And in doing so, she's asking you to be patient, understanding, and non-judgmental. Have you ever stopped to wonder why she chose you to confide in? This isn't random. It's not a coincidence. She likely sees qualities in you that align with Stoic principles: strength, composure, and emotional control. Maybe you've already shown her that you're someone who doesn't get easily rattled. Perhaps she senses that you value depth in conversations, or that with you, she has a safe space to be her true self, without fear of judgment. In a world where so many interactions are shallow and fleeting, her choice to open up about her family means she sees you as someone significant. That's no small thing. Can you handle that kind of trust? Talking about hobbies, interests, or favorite movies is easy. But sharing family struggles, childhood memories, and complex relationships, that's another level of intimacy. If she's letting you in on these personal details, it's because she sees something in you that's worth sharing her life with. And this is where Stoicism becomes so powerful. At its core, Stoicism teaches the art of emotional stability, staying grounded in moments that carry deep emotional weight. When she shares her vulnerabilities, she's not just filling silence, she's trusting you with a part of herself that isn't for everyone. This is your moment to listen, not to fix, not to judge, but to understand. As Epictetus wisely said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. An open-ended question that changes everything. Think about this. What does it take for someone to feel safe enough to share their deepest personal stories? This question isn't just something for you to ponder. It's something to live by. As you navigate this connection, ask yourself, are you the kind of man who can handle that level of trust? More importantly, are you willing to rise to the occasion and be the emotionally stable, understanding person she needs? When she shares her family dynamics, she's inviting you into a part of her world that's reserved for those she values most. Don't underestimate the significance of this. In Stoic philosophy, the most meaningful relationships are built on trust and mutual respect. She's not looking for solutions. She's looking for understanding. And if you can provide that, you won't just be another guy in her life. You'll be someone she can truly rely on. So ask yourself, are you ready to embrace that role in her life? Or will you let this opportunity pass by? If you're ready to step up, comment 1. If you're still unsure and feel you might not be ready for that level of trust, comment 2. 4. When she shares the small details of her day, it's a big deal. Ever had a woman casually tell you about the coffee she spilled this morning? Or how her coworker made a weird remark? Maybe she mentions a song that's been stuck in her head all day. At first glance, these details might seem unimportant, just everyday chatter. But in reality, they hold far more weight than you might think. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And in this case, her thoughts are often drifting toward you. She's weaving you into her daily life. When someone begins incorporating you into the small, seemingly mundane parts of their day, it's a sign that you hold a special place in their world. This isn't just idle talk. It's a habit she's forming, consciously or unconsciously, to keep you close. In Stoic philosophy, happiness isn't found in grand gestures, but in small, consistent actions that build strong relationships. This aligns with how deep connections form, not through once-in-a-lifetime moments, but through the simple, everyday exchanges that make someone feel valued and included. In today's world, where distractions and superficial interactions are everywhere, her choice to share these little moments with you is a quiet yet powerful affirmation of trust and intimacy. Instead of dismissing these small details, start recognizing them for what they really are: tiny windows into her world that she's choosing to open for you. This is her way of saying, you're not just a passing thought. You're part of my everyday life. and that's something worth paying attention to. 4. When she shares the small details of her day, it's a big deal. Think about it. Remembering and recounting the little moments of our day takes effort. We don't do it for just anyone. If she's taking the time to share the seemingly minor details of her life with you, the coffee she spilled, the weird comment her coworker made, or the song stuck in her head, it's not just casual conversation, it's a sign of genuine fondness. This is her way of keeping you close, subtly weaving you into the fabric of her daily life. Instead of brushing it off as trivial, take it as an opportunity to strengthen your bond. It's not about responding with over-the-top enthusiasm to every detail. It's about recognizing the significance behind it. When you acknowledge and appreciate that she's including you, you're deepening your connection. And as a man who values Stoic principles, you understand that it's not about impressing her with grand gestures, but about being present. In today's fast-paced world, where meaningful connections can feel rare, her choice to share these little details with you means one thing: she trusts you, and she wants you to be part of her world. That's the foundation of a high-value relationship, one built on trust, respect, and understanding, not just fleeting attraction. So the next time she texts you about something that might seem insignificant, don't overlook it. Embrace it. It's her way of showing you that you matter to her. 5. When she shares her unfiltered thoughts, it's a sign of deep trust. When a woman starts revealing her random, unfiltered thoughts, those quirky opinions or offbeat ideas she normally keeps to herself, it's a big deal. Most people are selective about what they share, especially when it comes to the thoughts that feel a little odd, personal, or against the grain. But if she's telling you about the bizarre daydream she had, or why she secretly hates a movie that everyone else seems to love, it's because she trusts you. She's not worried about being judged. She's confident that you'll accept her for who she truly is, quirks and all. Now think about this. How often do you censor yourself around people to fit in? We all do it to some extent. That's why when someone feels safe enough to be completely themselves around you, it's a rare and valuable connection. This is where the Stoic mindset comes in. A man who practices Stoicism understands that judgment has no place in meaningful relationships. He remains steady and emotionally grounded, creating a space where people, especially women, feel safe to express themselves freely. A real-life example: the coffee shop test. Imagine you're at a coffee shop with a woman you've been seeing for a few weeks. Out of nowhere, she starts talking about a dream she had where she was running a zoo filled with invisible animals. Or maybe she dives into a passionate rant about why she thinks an award-winning film is completely overrated. At first, it might seem random, but it's actually a moment of trust. She's letting you see her raw, unpolished thoughts, the parts of herself she doesn't share with just anyone. She's testing the waters, seeing if you'll still respect and value her when she's not carefully curating her words. How you respond matters. If you listen with genuine curiosity instead of brushing it off, she'll feel safe being her true self around you. If you judge or dismiss it, she might start holding back, retreating into a more guarded version of herself. The key question: how do you respond? When someone shares their unfiltered thoughts with you, do you brush them off? Or do you recognize the deeper connection being offered? This is your moment to rise as a high-value man by applying the Stoic principles of understanding, patience, and acceptance. At the end of the day, the strongest relationships aren't built on flashy displays of dominance or charm. They're built on creating a space where she feels truly seen, valued, and accepted. If she's comfortable enough to share her raw, unfiltered self with you, she's signaling that you hold a unique place in her life. But it's up to you to nurture that trust. Will you embrace this opportunity and show her that she's safe being herself with you? Will you apply the Stoic principle of remaining grounded and accepting her for who she is. If you agree that this is the key to building strong relationships, comment, "Yes, I agree." If you have a different perspective, comment, "I have a different opinion." 6. When she invites you into her personal space, it's a deeper invitation than you think. A woman's personal space isn't just about physical access, it's about trust. Whether it's her apartment, her bedroom, or even a meaningful place from her past, these spaces hold a deeper emotional significance. Every room, every object carries memories. By inviting you in, she's peeling back layers of her external self, revealing what truly matters to her. This isn't just about spending time together, it's a silent message that you belong in her world. 6. When she invites you into her personal space, she's making room for you in her life. When a woman welcomes you into her personal space, it's not just about letting you into her home. It's about letting you into her world. She's not just opening a door, she's sending a message. You're important enough to be here. But the true significance isn't just in the invitation itself. It's in how she behaves once you're there. Is she relaxed, unguarded, maybe even a little vulnerable? Does she move around comfortably, or does she seem on edge? Is she sharing pieces of her world with you, opening up in ways she wouldn't in a public setting? If she's at ease, if she's being herself without pretense, it means she trusts you. And trust is the foundation of any meaningful connection. In Stoic philosophy, trust and mutual respect are essential. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If her thoughts around you are peaceful and untroubled, that speaks volumes about the place you hold in her life. So when she invites you in, it's more than just a casual gesture. It's a reflection of the thoughts and emotions she associates with you. Her space reveals who she is. Are you paying attention? Her personal space is a mirror of her personality, values, and history. The books on her shelf, the photos on the wall, the way she decorates, it all tells a story. Family pictures might hint at her deep connections. An organized or minimalist space might show she values clarity and order. Quirky artwork, plants, or sentimental objects might reveal a more creative, introspective side. By observing and understanding these details, you can learn a great deal about who she truly is, without her even having to say a word. This aligns with one of Stoicism's greatest lessons. Wisdom comes not from speaking, but from observing, reflecting, and understanding. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." True wealth lies in the depth of your connections, not in material possessions. If you can appreciate the subtleties of what she shares with you, you'll realize that these moments are a privilege, not something to be taken for granted. Comment "awesome" if you agree. Being present. The ultimate sign of respect. Just because she's invited you in doesn't mean you should assume it's no big deal. Quite the opposite. It's a privilege many don't receive. The real question is, are you reciprocating by being fully present? Or are you too distracted, caught up in your own thoughts, to notice the gift she's giving you? In Stoicism, mindfulness is key. Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When you're in her space, listen to what's unspoken. Notice how she moves, how she speaks, what she chooses to show you. Pay attention to the small details. They reveal more about her than words ever could. These moments are when she's at her most genuine, not trying to impress, just being herself. This is also when she may open up emotionally, sharing things she wouldn't in a public setting. Her dreams, fears, childhood memories. These are not small things. If she trusts you with them, it means you hold a special place in her heart. So ask yourself, Am I really listening? Am I fully engaged in this moment? Being truly present doesn't just strengthen your connection, it aligns with the core tenets of Stoicism: self-mastery, emotional intelligence, and the ability to find value in the present. Are you just a visitor, or are you adding value? Here's something crucial to remember. Being invited into her space doesn't mean you automatically belong there. Ask yourself, am I adding to her world in a meaningful way? Or am I just passing through, treating it as a casual stop? A high-value man doesn't just exist in someone's life, he enhances it. Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of balance, remaining calm and composed, yet open and receptive. When you're in her personal space, consider how your presence makes her feel. Are you making her more comfortable, or are you just taking up space? At the end of the day, relationships thrive on mutual respect, trust, and understanding, all of which must be nurtured. So let's put it all together. If she welcomes you into her world, it's a big deal. If she feels safe enough to be herself around you, you're special to her. But maintaining that bond isn't about taking space, it's about honoring it. So here's the big question. Are you the kind of man who simply enters her personal space, or the kind who values and honors it? The answer to that could be the difference between a fleeting moment and a lasting connection. If you agree, drop a comment below. 7. When she opens up about her past relationships, it's not just small talk. Why would anyone share their most vulnerable stories unless they saw potential for something real and lasting? When she talks about her past relationships, she's not just reminiscing, she's inviting you to understand her better. The good, the bad, the painful. It's all a reflection of the journey that shaped her into the woman standing before you. This isn't about dwelling on failed love stories. It's about showing you where she's been, the lessons she's learned, and where she hopes to go from here. Possibly with you by her side. This kind of vulnerability is a mark of trust. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By sharing her thoughts, hopes, and even fears, she's giving you a glimpse into her inner world, trusting that you'll see her for who she is beyond her past. But here's the key. How you respond matters. Listen without judgment. It's not about her past, it's about your future. Stoic wisdom teaches us to separate what we can control from what we cannot. And her past is something you can't change. But what you can do is understand how it shaped the person in front of you. This isn't just about hearing the details of past relationships. It's about recognizing the emotional weight behind them. If she feels safe enough to open up about her scars, it means she sees you as someone worthy of knowing the real her. Flaws, heartbreaks, and all. And in today's world, where so many connections are surface level, that kind of authenticity is rare. Modern relationships are filled with distractions and fleeting interactions, but when someone lets you into their inner world, they're offering you something real. This is the essence of Stoic happiness. Contentment found not in temporary pleasures, but in deep, meaningful connections. A high-value man doesn't fear vulnerability. He embraces it. It's not enough to simply listen. You have to reflect that trust back. In Stoic philosophy, emotional strength and mutual respect are the foundation of any lasting relationship. A high-value man doesn't flinch in the face of vulnerability. He welcomes it with wisdom and patience. This is your opportunity to show her that you're not just here for the good times. You're someone who can handle the truth of who she is. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And in this moment, how you react could be the difference between strengthening your bond or creating distance. Don't get caught up in the details of her past relationships. Instead, focus on what her openness says about the future she might want with you. Her willingness to talk about her past isn't about lingering on old wounds. It's about valuing honesty and growth. And those are the very qualities that build a strong, lasting partnership. She's asking, are you ready for something real? Everyone has baggage. What matters is how you carry it, for yourself and for those you care about. When she shares these deeply personal stories, she's not just opening up, she's testing the waters. She's saying, I'm ready for something real. Are you? So as you listen, remember, this isn't just a conversation about the past. It's a stepping stone toward a deeper connection. If you meet her openness with the same level of trust and authenticity, you'll find yourself not just in a relationship, but in something truly meaningful. And that's where Stoic happiness begins, in the quiet strength of a bond built on trust, understanding, and emotional resilience. 8. When she shares her biggest fears, she's handing you a piece of her heart. When a woman tells you about her deepest fears, it's not something to take lightly. This isn't about everyday worries. It's about the things that keep her awake at night. The fears that she may not even share with close friends. By opening up about these personal, often painful parts of her inner world, she's doing something profound. She's trusting you. In a world that often sees vulnerability as weakness, choosing to confide in you means you hold a special place in her life. This moment isn't just about her revealing her fears. It's an unspoken plea for understanding and support. She's not asking for solutions. She's looking for someone who can handle the weight of her emotions without judgment. The true test of a high-value man, how you respond to her fears. Think about a time when you had to share something deeply personal. Maybe it was a fear of failure, a hidden insecurity, or a moment of doubt. Who did you turn to? Why did you choose them? Was it because they had all the answers? Or was it because they made you feel safe just by being there? That's the same dynamic at play here. When a woman opens up about her fears, she's not asking you to fix them. She's asking you to hold space for her emotions. She wants to know, can you listen without dismissing her feelings? Can you be strong without being overbearing? Can you make her feel safe just by your presence? I once had a friend who told me that the most meaningful relationship she ever had was with a man who never tried to fix her problems. Instead, he simply listened with quiet, unwavering presence. And that made all the difference. When someone trusts you with their fears, how do you respond? When she shares her deepest worries, she's not just talking, she's revealing her heart. This is your moment to show her that you're not just someone who's there for the easy moments, but someone who can handle the raw, unfiltered truth of who she is. So ask yourself, what does it mean when someone chooses you as their safe space? How would you feel if you were the one bearing your soul, hoping for understanding? A true connection isn't built on perfection. It's built on trust. And trust is earned not by saying the right things, but by being the kind of man who listens, understands, and stands steady when it matters most. 8. When she shares her deepest fears, it's more than just a conversation. This isn't just casual small talk. It's a window into her world. How you respond in this moment will either strengthen the trust she's placed in you or slowly chip away at it. As a high-value man with a Stoic mindset, your role isn't to panic, dismiss her concerns, or rush to fix everything. Instead, be the rock she can depend on, the steady presence that reassures her she's not alone in her struggles. This is how you deepen your connection. This is how you become someone she sees as a source of strength, calm, and unwavering support when life feels uncertain. What's the lesson here? It's simple, but powerful. When a woman shares her deepest fears, she's giving you a rare glimpse into her heart. She's telling you in her own way that you matter to her. Don't rush to solve her problems. Don't brush off her emotions. Just listen, show empathy, and stand by her side. Because in the end, the man who understands the power of quiet strength and unwavering support is the man she'll never forget. This is what it truly means to embody the Stoic mindset, to win in relationships, and to be a man of real value. 9. When she shares her most embarrassing moments, she's letting you in. When a woman tells you about her most awkward, cringeworthy moments, it's more than just a funny story. It's a sign of trust. Think about it. We all have those moments we'd rather erase from memory, the ones that make us wince when we think about them. Most people go to great lengths to hide them to maintain an image of confidence, composure, and control. But if she's willing to laugh at herself with you, she's letting down her guard. She's showing you her unfiltered, imperfect self. And that's not something everyone gets to see. She trusts that you won't judge her for it, but will appreciate her authenticity instead. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That applies here too. Don't just passively listen. Understand what her openness represents. This is about a deeper connection built on trust and acceptance. She's not trying to impress you with perfection. She's showing you who she really is, flaws and all, because she values your relationship enough to be real with you. The Stoic approach to authentic connections. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is learning to accept people as they are, without judgment. True strength isn't about being emotionally detached. It's about having the courage to embrace vulnerability, yours and others. So ask yourself, how do you react when someone shares an embarrassing story? Do you laugh with them, or do you quietly judge? Are you making her feel safe to be herself, or making her second guess opening up to you? The way you respond in these small moments either builds or breaks trust. Are you creating an environment of trust? We've all been there. We all have embarrassing stories, but not everyone feels safe enough to share them. If she's comfortable enough to tell you these stories, it means she trusts you. She's letting you into her inner world, the unpolished human version of herself that not everyone gets to see. And this brings up an even bigger question. In your relationships, are you creating an environment where people feel comfortable being themselves? As Epictetus once said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Think about that. Are you really listening when someone opens up? Or are you just waiting for your turn to talk? Are you judging, or are you showing understanding? Stoicism teaches us to accept reality as it is, including the imperfections in ourselves and others. This doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means recognizing that real connections aren't built on perfection. They're built on authenticity. True connection comes from acceptance, not perfection. Sharing. Embarrassing stories might seem like a small thing on the surface, but it's actually a powerful indicator of trust. She's testing the waters, seeing if you'll laugh with her rather than at her, and most importantly, if you'll still see her the same way afterward. And this kind of trust goes both ways. Are you also being open with her? Or are you still holding back, trying to maintain an image? Trust is built on reciprocity. When she shares her vulnerabilities, are you offering yours in return? When she drops the act and lets you see the real her, are you doing the same? Because at the end of the day, real connections aren't about impressing each other. They're about accepting and appreciating someone for who they are, even in their most awkward moments. The Stoic lesson. It's not about control, it's about response. One of the most important teachings in Stoicism is that you can't control how others act. You can only control how you respond. You can't force someone to trust you. You can't demand vulnerability, but you can create an environment where they feel safe enough to open up. And when someone feels safe enough to share their most humiliating, unfiltered moments, that's a sign of something rare, a real, honest connection. 9. Her embarrassing moments, a sign of deep trust. When someone shares their most awkward, cringeworthy moments with you, it's more than just a funny story. It's a sign that they feel emotionally secure in your presence. So ask yourself, what are you doing to cultivate that kind of trust? Are you showing up as a reliable, understanding person in your relationships, or are you quick to judge when someone reveals their less than perfect side? What do you truly value in a connection? Do you only appreciate people when they're polished, confident, and at their best? Or do you embrace the real, sometimes messy, imperfect versions of them? This is a key question that defines the depth of your relationships. If you only admire someone in their most refined moments, you're missing out on the richness of who they truly are. But if you can appreciate them when they're vulnerable, when they're real, then you're building something genuine and lasting. The Stoic perspective. Strength in imperfection. At its core, Stoicism isn't about perfection. It's about finding strength in accepting and embracing reality as it is. And that includes the unfiltered, unpolished moments that make life and relationships authentic. In the end, it's the shared cringes, the awkward laughter, and the unguarded moments that create the strongest bonds. So the next time she shares an embarrassing story with you, don't just laugh it off. Acknowledge the trust behind it. Recognize that she's letting you into a part of her life that most people don't get to see. And if you really want to take that connection deeper, ask her what she's learned from those moments. Because if there's one thing Stoicism teaches us, it's that every experience, no matter how small, carries a lesson. Now turn that question on yourself. What have your own awkward moments taught you? How have they shaped you into a better partner, a better listener, a better person? That's the real essence of personal growth. 10. When she talks about a future with you, she's letting you in. When a woman starts talking about the future and you're in it, it's not just casual conversation. It's one of the clearest signs that she sees you as someone truly special. Whether she's mentioning upcoming events, trips, or even dropping subtle hints about a life together, these are all ways she's signaling that she envisions a future with you. For a man who follows Stoic principles, it's crucial to recognize that in relationships, just like in life, actions and intentions often speak louder than words. What does this mean in a Stoic mindset? Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So, when her thoughts are filled with plans that involve you, it's a powerful indication that your presence has become a central part of her future. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present, but that doesn't mean ignoring the natural progression of a relationship. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the subtle cues someone gives us, especially when they reveal their deeper emotions and level of commitment. If she's sharing her dreams, aspirations, and future plans that involve you, it means she sees you as someone worth investing in. How should you respond? This is where Stoicism today comes into play. A high-value man knows how to balance the present and the future, embracing the relationship without getting lost in unrealistic expectations. When a woman shares these thoughts with you, it's a clear sign that she's already emotionally invested. But here's the key. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. And in this case, what you can control is your own response to her vulnerability. Acknowledge her hints. Reflect on them. Don't shy away from the commitment she's offering if you feel the same way. That said, Stoic wisdom reminds us not to make decisions based purely on emotion. Instead, it's about thoughtful, intentional action. Building a future with intention. In today's world, where relationships can move fast and fizzle out just as quickly, it's rare when someone starts thinking long-term. When she does, it means she sees you as someone reliable, someone she can build a life with, someone she trusts with her future. And trust is everything. This is where Stoicism in relationships truly applies. Remain calm and grounded. Don't get overwhelmed by what the future might hold. Don't be reactive. Let things develop naturally instead of jumping to conclusions. Avoid making promises you're unsure about. Instead, focus on being present, intentional, and honest about your own feelings. This is the mindset of a high-value man, someone who listens carefully, thinks deeply, acts with purpose. So when she shares her future with you, recognize the weight of that moment. She's not just talking about the next few months, she's imagining a life where you play a central role. And that's an invitation to deepen your connection, not by chasing the future, but by being fully present in the now. The Stoic approach, balancing the present and the future. Remember, Stoic happiness isn't about chasing what's ahead. It's about embracing the present while staying aware of the possibilities that lie ahead. So cherish her openness, respect her commitment, and show her that you're just as serious about what's unfolding between you. And if you found value in this, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Win Stoic for more insights on becoming a high-value man. Don't miss out. Elevate your life and relationships. Before you go, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our upcoming content. We're all about helping you elevate your life and relationships, one powerful lesson at a time. Remember, becoming a high-value man starts with understanding and applying these principles. See you in the next video. 7 stupid simple ways to drive her nuts about you. 7 stupid simple ways to drive her nuts about you. High-value men must know these Stoic life lessons. When a woman shares something meaningful with you, it's a sign you're special to her. But recognizing these subtle signals is only the beginning. If you really want to deepen your connection and spark intense desire, there are 7 stupid, simple yet powerful ways that every high-value man must know to make her think about you constantly. These Stoic life lessons won't just transform your relationship. They'll boost your confidence and help you understand what truly leaves a lasting impact. 1. Hold her accountable before disrespect escalates. One of the biggest mistakes men make? Waiting too long to address disrespect. They let things slide until it snowballs into blatant disregard and overwhelming frustration. But here's the truth. If you want to captivate a woman and keep her drawn to you, she needs to know that you're a man who holds his ground, no matter how good or bad things are in the relationship. Boundaries matter. Respect matters. Ignoring small moments of disrespect isn't just allowing her to overstep. It's signaling that her behavior is acceptable. And trust me, that's the fastest way to lose her attraction. Why this matters more than you think. Women feel safest with a man who isn't afraid to assertively call out their bad behavior. Think about it. How can she truly respect you if you can't even stand up for yourself when something makes you uncomfortable? If she's acting out and you say nothing, how can she trust that you'll stand up for her in more serious situations? Women are highly intuitive. They know when they're pushing boundaries. And if they've ever been with a strong, assertive man, they will immediately recognize when you're not standing up for yourself. And here's where it gets dangerous. What happens when you let disrespect slide? She starts seeing you as a weak man who will tolerate anything just to stay in her good graces. She unconsciously starts comparing you to men who didn't let her get away with it. Her respect for you starts to erode, and with it, her attraction. And once the respect is gone, so is the genuine affection. Even if she stays around, it won't be out of desire. It'll be out of convenience, pity, or habit. And trust me, no man wants to be a woman's last resort. Are you settling for less than you deserve? Ask yourself, would you be okay being in a relationship built on pity? Do you want to be with someone who offers you half-hearted affection out of obligation? A high-value man never settles. He seeks a relationship built on mutual respect, genuine attraction, enthusiastic connection. If you're not experiencing that, it's time to look in the mirror and ask, am I truly living up to my potential? Real attraction comes from self-respect. A woman is most drawn to a man who respects himself enough to demand respect from her, sets standards, not out of ego, but out of self-worth, understands that a fulfilling relationship is built on mutual respect, not submission. This isn't about being controlling or demanding obedience. It's about creating a dynamic where both of you respect each other's values. And that's where real connection and Stoic happiness come from. The Stoic approach: firm, calm, and principled. Stoicism teaches us that a strong man never compromises his principles just to avoid conflict. Would a Stoic man allow himself to be disrespected? Absolutely not. He would stay calm and collected, set clear boundaries, maintain his values even in tough moments. So next time you face disrespect, don't hesitate to address it firmly and respectfully. Not only will you maintain your self-respect, but you'll also create a deeper connection built on mutual understanding and respect. How this transforms your relationship. When you master this balance, everything shifts. She respects you more. She sees you as a strong, capable leader. She feels safe, knowing you can handle tough situations. The attraction deepens because respect fuels desire. Think about it. Can you see how addressing issues directly can lead to a stronger, healthier relationship? Drop a comment below. I agree if this resonates with you. I don't think so if you have a different opinion. I'd love to hear your take. Master your desires. Control your lust. One of the most overlooked but powerful ways to drive her absolutely nuts about you? Mastering your desires. This isn't about shutting off your attraction. It's about channeling it with control and purpose. Mastering your desires. The secret to becoming irresistible. This isn't about denying your feelings or suppressing your attraction. It's about developing sexual discipline, a trait that separates high-value men from those who are enslaved by their urges. Think of it like this. A man controlled by his lust is like a ship without a captain, drifting aimlessly in the stormy seas of desire. No woman truly respects a man who is easily swayed, who appears desperate, or who lacks control over himself. Women may entertain these men for fun, but deep down, they see them as temporary distractions, not as men of substance or depth. The truth is, many modern men have lost sight of their own value. You see it everywhere, thousands of men flocking to Instagram models, boosting their egos with endless likes and comments. And here's the hard truth. It's not their fault. It's yours. You gave them that power by placing them on a pedestal instead of recognizing your own worth. When you allow yourself to be so easily pulled in by your desires, you lower your value in her eyes. You become just another guy, another name lost in a sea of likes, another faceless admirer feeding into her ego. And the worst part? You're no longer seen as a person. You're just a number. A Stoic life lesson teaches us that true strength lies in self-control. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you exercise control over your desires, you elevate yourself to a new level of respect and admiration. Suddenly, you're not just another guy trying to impress her. You're the man who could take it or leave it. And that, gentlemen, is exactly what drives women wild. Why this makes you instantly more attractive. When you master self-control, you shift the power dynamic. You're no longer the one seeking validation. She is. You're not proving your worth to her. She's proving hers to you. You value your time, energy, and focus too much to waste on fleeting desires. Now, she finds herself wanting to prove her worth to gain your attention and approval. This isn't about playing games or acting aloof. It's about genuinely understanding your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than a woman who truly values you. By embracing Stoic detachment, you change the game. She feels the need to compete for your time and attention. She values you more because you're not constantly available. She sees you as a challenge, not a guaranteed prize. And guess what? The moment she feels like she has to work for you, her attraction skyrockets. The power of self-discipline in relationships. Men who truly understand their value don't waste energy chasing validation. Instead, they invest in themselves, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Focus on their goals and ambitions instead of chasing every woman they see. Carry themselves with confidence, knowing that their worth isn't tied to a woman's approval. These are the men who don't feel the need to hug every woman they meet, aren't constantly seeking female attention, radiate quiet confidence and self-assurance. The result? Women naturally gravitate toward them because the man who respects himself enough to practice self-discipline is the man who commands the most respect from others, including women. The importance of keeping a woman on her toes. If you want to drive her crazy for you, she must always feel a need to compete for your time and attention. This doesn't mean neglecting her or playing games. It means creating a dynamic where your presence is a privilege, not a given. Think about it. If she knows she has all of you all the time, where's the challenge? Where's the thrill? Women are wired to desire excitement and uncertainty. It keeps the relationship vibrant, alive, and full of passion. In my own experience, I keep a fixed schedule. I only see my main girl on weekends, from Saturday night to Monday morning. This isn't just some temporary strategy, it's a long-term mindset. Why? Because to be a man that women find irresistible, you must always be on a journey, always working on something bigger than her. The moment you become too available, too predictable, the mystery fades. And when the mystery fades, so does the excitement. Believe me, nothing kills attraction faster than boredom. A predictable man is a boring man, and a boring man is not the guy she'll obsess over. Why unpredictability the fuels? Desire. Women are naturally drawn to men who challenge them, keep them on their toes, aren't an open book. This doesn't mean playing mind games or being toxic. It means maintaining an element of unpredictability in your behavior and plans. Showing her that being with you is not a right, but a privilege she must earn. Creating a relationship dynamic where she feels the need to impress you, not the other way around. Because when she has to earn your attention, she values it more. To drive her nuts about you, you need to be that man who has his own life, his own purpose, and refuses to give it all up just to please her. The power of a man with purpose. Why she can't get enough of you. A woman should never feel like she's the center of your universe, because the moment she does, the thrill disappears. She needs to see that you have your own pursuits, your own passions, and that your world doesn't revolve around her. If she wants to be a part of your life, she must add value to it. And no, this isn't about manipulation or playing mind games. It's about maintaining balance, a dynamic where both partners continue to invest in the relationship, rather than one person chasing, while the other pulls away. A woman who feels like she has to work for your attention will cherish it far more than one who receives it effortlessly. The relationship becomes stronger, more exciting, and built on genuine mutual desire. Keeping the mystery alive. Ask yourself, how do you maintain excitement and mystery in your relationship? How do you keep her feeling like she needs to win you over every day? This isn't about being aloof or emotionally distant. It's about understanding human nature. Stoic wisdom teaches us that happiness isn't found in clinging to things or people, but in staying true to our purpose. By keeping her on her toes, you're not just creating intrigue. You're ensuring that your relationship continues to evolve. A woman who feels she needs to compete for your time is a woman who will never take you for granted. Appreciate your presence more. Put in the effort to keep the relationship alive. So stay focused on your journey. Chase your own goals, passions, and ambitions. Let her see that being with you is a journey worth taking, one she doesn't want to miss out on. Because when a woman feels this way, she won't just be with you, she'll be obsessed with you. And that, my friend, is the key to a powerful, fulfilling relationship. The harsh truth about attraction. Now I know some of you might resist this idea. You might be thinking, but I want to show her love. I want to make love to her to prove my affection. Let's be real here. If you've ever read the romantic novels women devour, you'll notice something. Women aren't fantasizing about soft, predictable romance. They crave excitement, passion, and a touch of the unpredictable. Think about the characters they dream about. The rugged, confident man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to take it. The guy who exudes raw masculinity and carries himself with certainty. Not the overly sentimental nice guy following a romantic comedy script. Women are wired for excitement. They're drawn to a man who challenges them, who makes them feel alive. The moment you start overindulging in the lovey-dovey approach, you kill the thrill. You become predictable. And when a woman feels bored, her mind starts to wander. To the confident, masculine guy at the gym. To the man who walks with purpose and intensity. To the guy who isn't desperately seeking her validation. The truth? When a woman starts fantasizing about another man, you're already losing her. That's why constantly making love, in the conventional sense, isn't your best strategy. How to be the man she craves. Instead of showering her with endless affection and predictability, be her escape from the ordinary. When she comes to you, she should feel an electrifying rush, the thrill of unpredictability, that primal attraction she can't resist. This isn't about playing games or being disrespectful. It's about understanding real attraction. Women don't always want the soft, romantic approach. They want to feel alive, challenged, and deeply desired. Maybe, just maybe, you make love when she's vulnerable, when she needs comfort. But even then, keep it rare, a special moment, not an everyday routine. Most of the time, she craves intensity, passion, and the edge of excitement. Any man who truly understands women will tell you this. Women are drawn to a man who is both a challenge and a comfort. A man who keeps them guessing. A man who makes their heart race. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you think like a strong, confident man, your energy will reflect that. Women will sense it, feel it, and be drawn to it. Read the books they secretly love. Pay attention to the fantasies they indulge in. Understand what truly excites them, and see how you naturally fit into that picture. The biggest mistake. Men make the average guy makes one critical mistake in relationships. He becomes predictable. He gives her everything too easily. He makes her feel too secure, too comfortable. And what happens next? The excitement dies. She stops feeling the need to impress him. She starts looking for that thrill elsewhere. Women crave a sense of adventure. They don't want a man who just goes through the motions. Most men try to win a woman over by showering her with gifts, texting her constantly, planning the same predictable dates, thinking this will make her feel loved. But in reality, predictability kills attraction. The secret to keeping her hooked. To truly captivate a woman, you have to break away from the patterns most men fall into. Be the man who challenges her emotions, keeps her guessing, makes her feel deeply, whether it's excitement, passion, or intrigue. Because when a woman has to win your attention, she values it more. And when she values it more, she never stops wanting you. The thrill of spontaneity. Why women crave the unexpected. Women aren't drawn to routine. They crave spontaneity. That thrilling uncertainty that keeps them on their toes. Predictability might feel safe, but it doesn't spark desire. So how do you tap into this? Be romantic unexpectedly. Don't let your acts of love and kindness become something she can mark on a calendar. Surprise her when she least expects it. Imagine this. She's been amazing, supportive, loving, always there for you. She's cooking your favorite meals, giving you those much-needed back rubs after a long day. And then, out of nowhere, you say, "Pack your bags. We're flying to Europe this weekend. Guess what? I've planned a surprise getaway for us. Everything's taken care of." That kind of unexpected romance is intoxicating. It excites her, keeps her intrigued, and makes her feel like she's earned it through her love and care. And no, this isn't about being flashy or reckless with your money. It's about creating unforgettable moments, experiences that stir deep emotions and become treasured memories. Romance should feel earned, not expected, yes. Women love romance, but what they don't love is when it becomes mundane. If she can predict it down to the day and time, it loses its magic. Routine romance? It becomes another item on the to-do list. Spontaneous romance? It feels genuine, passionate, and exciting. The key? Reward her effort. When a woman is genuinely adding value to your life, being there for you, and showing her love, that's when you give back in a way that surprises and delights her. And let's be clear. Being generous or romantic doesn't make you a simp. You become a simp when you give without her earning it. You become weak when you shower her with gifts and attention without requiring any effort or commitment on her part. This isn't about withholding love. It's about making sure your affection is matched with effort and sincerity from her. The red pill isn't about being cold. It's about balance. A lot of people misunderstand the whole idea of being a high-value man. It's not about being cold or cruel to women. It's about understanding the dynamics of attraction. True respect comes from a balance of give and take. A woman who knows she has to earn your affection will cherish it far more than if you're just constantly giving with no effort required from her. If you're buying her gifts too soon, trying too hard to impress her from the start, showering her with love before she's shown any real commitment, she might appreciate it for a moment. But in the long run, she'll lose interest. She'll start taking you for granted. She'll seek excitement elsewhere. But if you're the man who knows when to be generous, knows when to surprise her, understands the power of unpredictability, then you're the man who keeps her engaged, excited, and always thinking about you. So ask yourself, are you too predictable in your romance? Are you giving without ensuring it's earned? The thrill of the unexpected can breathe new life into your relationships. Why jealousy is the ultimate attraction killer. This is where so many guys mess up. Women want a man who is solid, a man unshaken by their emotional ups and downs. Jealousy? It's not protectiveness, it's insecurity. At its core, jealousy screams weakness. It's basically telling her, "I'm not sure I'm good enough for you, so I'm scared you'll find someone better." That's not the mindset of a high-value man. That's not the Stoic philosophy we're aiming for here. A high-value man doesn't entertain disrespect. Now, let's get one thing straight. If she's openly flirting with other guys in front of you, if she's crossing clear boundaries, that's not jealousy. That's disrespect. And you don't tolerate disrespect. You don't argue. You don't get emotional. You don't beg for her attention. You walk away, calmly, without needing to prove anything. Okay, it was nice knowing you. That's all you need to say as you show her the door. This is the Stoic mindset in action. Focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Jealousy is a waste of your energy. But jealousy, that's a whole different game, and it's one you should never play. If you're snooping through her phone, interrogating her about her whereabouts, constantly suspecting her without any real proof, you're wasting your energy on insecurity instead of using it to become a better version of yourself. A woman respects a man who is so focused on his own mission that he doesn't have time to play detective. Ask yourself, why waste time worrying about what she might be doing, when you could be building yourself into the kind of man she would never want to leave? It's far more powerful to work on yourself than to waste time overthinking her actions. Live by this, the Marcus Aurelius mindset. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Don't waste time begging for a woman's loyalty, overthinking her actions, obsessing over what she's doing when you're not around. Instead, live with purpose. Focus on your own growth. Be the man who naturally attracts loyalty and respect. Be the man she would never leave. Live your life in such a way that she wouldn't even consider looking elsewhere. And if she does, you let her go. No drama, no begging, no pleading. You move on, knowing that you bring so much value to the table that if she walks away, she will be the one regretting it. The Stoic approach to relationships. The key to maintaining a calm and powerful presence in relationships is to hold on to your inner peace and strength. If she disrespects you, you don't react emotionally. You act decisively, not from anger or insecurity, but from a place of self-respect. See the difference? It's not about being passive or letting things slide. It's about being so confident in who you are that you never need to seek validation or reassurance from anyone. You're secure in yourself. And because of that, you can walk away without hesitation the moment someone crosses the line. So the next time you feel tempted to question what she's doing or who she's with, ask yourself, am I acting from inner strength? Or am I letting my insecurities control me? The most attractive quality? Being unshakable. If you really want to drive a woman crazy over you, don't play games. Instead, be the kind of man who values himself enough to set boundaries, doesn't waste energy on petty emotions, is too focused on his own growth to control or monitor others. Women respect a man who stands firm, remains calm, and doesn't get caught up in unnecessary drama. Are you ready to embody this mindset and start living as a high-value man? Drop a comment or type Stoic Strength if you're on this journey with us. Your insights fuel this community, and together, we continue to explore how Stoicism can shape our lives in powerful ways. Walk away at least once. The power move. Most men overlook. One of the most powerful things you can do in a relationship? Show her that you're willing to walk away. No woman, no matter how much she likes you, will truly respect or love you if she senses that you're afraid to end things when necessary. This is where Stoic strength comes into play. At some point, women will test you. It's natural. Even the most supportive feminine woman will challenge your boundaries in small ways. This moment is critical because it's when you must prove that you're serious about your principles. If she crosses the line, your response should be, walk away. For many women, just one instance of you standing firm is enough to secure their respect and admiration forever. The women who need to be tested more than once. Some women, especially those with dominant or thrill-seeking personalities, might need to see you walk away more than once before they truly understand. These are the women who thrive on drama. Push boundaries as a game. test your strength just to see how far they can go. But here's the truth. You don't want to play that game. You're not looking for someone who constantly challenges your leadership. You're looking for a woman who values strength, respects boundaries, appreciates a man with principles. When you say, "It's over," because she disrespected you, mean it. Don't walk away just to see if she chases you. Don't start counting the days of no contact hoping she'll come back. Don't use this as a tactic to manipulate her. That's not true strength. That's just another form of insecurity. True Stoic confidence is when you walk away and keep walking without looking back. Why walking away commands respect in every area of life. This mindset isn't just for dating. It applies to every area of your life. At work. If a colleague keeps undermining you or taking credit for your ideas, you address it once, calmly. If it continues, you don't waste energy fighting. You remove yourself from the situation and find an environment where you're valued. In friendships, if someone constantly disrespects your time or treats you like an option, you walk away. No need for drama, just stop engaging. In relationships, if she tests you by crossing your boundaries, you don't argue or try to fix her behavior. You show her through action that you won't tolerate disrespect. This approach builds respect and admiration, not just from women, but from everyone around you. Because people naturally respect those who respect themselves. Final question. Are you willing to walk away? Ask yourself, do you make excuses when your boundaries are crossed? Do you hope things will change without taking action? Or do you stand firm, knowing that your happiness comes from within, not from external validation? Stoicism teaches us this. Your peace doesn't come from people. It comes from you. Your worth isn't dictated by her actions. It's defined by your principles. Your strength isn't about dominance. It's about self-respect. So stand firm, know your worth, and never be afraid to walk away. Because in the end, this isn't just about demanding respect from others. It's about respecting yourself enough to require it. If you're ready to embrace this mindset, type Stoic strength in the comments, and let's build this community of high-value men together. Make her absolutely crazy about you. Want to build deeper connections and become the kind of man who effortlessly captures her attention? Focus on these simple yet powerful strategies. But here's the key. This isn't about playing games or using quick tricks. These principles are rooted in Stoic wisdom, helping you cultivate self-awareness, confidence, and authenticity. So why not start applying them to your daily life and see the transformation for yourself? What's worked for you? What are you excited to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Win Stoic for more practical insights on personal growth and happiness. See you next time, guys. Blast off.